Here's another tip. You didn't build enough SCVs. You're supposed to, like, you should get to 19 SCVs, not 18. This is Platinum, by the way. Platinum, in a normal progression, I'd say a solid half of players seem to be following a progression, and the percentage goes up, but about half of players in every league up to Master they seem like they have an idea of how they're supposed to play, whether it's a copy of Maru or whatever guide they skipped through on YouTube and then commented that it doesn't work. Any of those things. And then another half of players have been building an engineering bay at the 2.5 minute mark and siege tanks all the way up through Plat. And it's been a long process. The average game length is 29 minutes, but they're Plat and they don't give a shit. So, thank you, Angel of Death, Tier 2 for 22 months. Like, oh, yes. Speaking of the engineering bay at 2 minutes, for no reason, when there literally could not be any enemy aircraft. Like, the quickest they can have an air unit, if they proxied a Stargate in your mineral line, there couldn't be an Oracle there till like 3:30. If the Stargate was in your mineral line, by the way. So, what is this for? Is this like a weird +1 Marine dumb build? Or something? Also, by the way, you didn't actually scout anything. Okay, now we have.
Add on.
So this is also why I say your Reaper is a photographer. Because look at how much time it took you just to queue up the Reaper to do anything useful. When was the last time you built an SCV? When was the first time you built an SCV? Alright. So, no SCVs are building now. You're not supply blocked. You have the money. Let's say 250. 250 is when your last SCV ended. So you might be like, how does this Protoss have such a good economy and so much shit? How? Because you did not build an SCV between the time of 250 and 340. So, an SCV takes 12 seconds to build. You literally just have 4 less SCVs than you could have. You could have had 4 more SCVs, and the orbital was like 10 seconds, 20 seconds late. I don't know exactly, so there's that too. But like, you could have just built 4 SCVs. But you didn't. That's it. It's not about how do you counter someone who goes blink. It's not about, like, you don't get to play the fucking game till, like, Grandmaster. I still don't get to play the game. I get to play how many times, who gets supply blocked less and spends their money. That's 80% of my gameplay, even if it doesn't seem like that. So you most definitely don't get to play a strategy game. You get to play a macro simulator where if you get good enough at that, maybe you can come up with strategies.
Add-on complete.
Also, I'm not sure what the point of it like is. You're just so let me get this straight. Let me look at this build with a critical eye. So you're gonna get a lot of Marines with stim, combat shields, and +1, and then you're gonna stim. You're gonna sprint up the ramp. Is that the plan? You're gonna run a bunch of Marines up the ramp. Okay. How many games have you seen where a legitimate top tier strategy is like, wow, look at all those Marines. Now, I do say more shit counters less shit. but you don't want to go full Pickett's charge on this shit. You can't just run up a ramp. This isn't 2011 GSL Code A, when a legitimate strategy was, well, I'm going to steam my Marines up their ramp and hope they don't force field in time. I'm a pro gamer. I don't know. Also, here's another one. Just because your opponent has any units anywhere in your vision doesn't mean that everything... It's like, stop everything. The whole production line. Shut it down. Every single thing. No SCVs, no Marines. Did you see that hallucinated Phoenix in my base? I can't believe it. He had a unit, or at least a fake unit, in my base. Madness.
Oh, you are now in my service.
Can't just have units in my base. That's illegal. I am writing a strongly worded letter and doing nothing else because building units cannot continue when there's any units in my base. I cannot. Okay. So, you know what your build, in best case scenario, this build is reliant on hitting a sharp timing as quickly as possible with a lot of units. You know what doesn't help that? Is not building any units. I don't like the build, and I don't think it's a good idea, but that is, in a best case scenario, what it would be.
Upgrade. Research complete.
This is one of those, like, if you're working toward Diamond, at some point, like, best case scenario, and you didn't even, now here's the thing, we're fully committed, he put a ring on this. Here's the thing. So, if you copied... Now, I don't know who you copied this from. Probably your Diamond League and 2v2 Terran friend who said it was a good idea, because let me tell you what a 2-1-1 is. The 2-1-1, the build of all Terrans from Platinum to GSL, who think they can micro Marines and Marauders, but if they're not named Maru, they can't. The 2-1-1, 2 barracks, 1 factory, 1 starport. You get 16 Stim Marines around, you get 2 medevacs, you get Stim. You know what time that hits if Maru or even me is doing it? You got 16 Stim Marines and 2 medevacs at 5 minutes. You have 15 Stim Marines with no medevacs at 5 minutes and 45 seconds. So, it's not about who has more shit, because it's not like this is a particularly sharp timing anyway. So you have a shittier attack than the mediocre build that a lot of Terran players choose to do because it makes them feel like a pro gamer. Like, and there's absolutely no hesitation. It's like, well, I don't see anything, so this will probably be fine. See ya, Colossus. This will probably be fine. Not fine. Do you have any upgrades for the 2-1-1? No, you don't get 1-1 in that. So there is +1, there is combat shields. On the downside, if you lose all your units, there's nothing. You might be like, well, Winter, he's got upgrades, and he has combat shields. Ah, yes. All the good that did him. So the reason that you lose in TVP is not because you're playing TVP. It's because you're playing, it's like you're playing basketball, alright? You basketball, but it always feels, a Protoss player, a decent Protoss player, one who is at your level, probably feels like you can't get past him, alright? His defense is too good, you can never take a shot, really, you can't get close to the basket, right? Except in this case, the reason that is because you're running directly into a wall. The blocker is a wall. You are trying to dunk on a wall. That's what you're doing. Or at least it's like a big barrel or something. You're just right into it. You can. I like barrel better. It's just a big ass like barrel, and you're just like, I don't know. I can't go around. There are no other. Oh, it's so too strong. My hands hurt. I don't. So now what we're gonna do is the same thing, but with more units. Okay, but what if, okay, now, what if he, I know this sounds crazy, just, oh my god, what a pro game, wait, did he open that up? What a genius, this guy. On the right side, there was like a little tiny area. This was like a jail cell was closing, okay? And the guy you don't really like, he's in that jail cell, but you're on the outside, and you're not going, you're fine. He's like, no, wait, and he slips in there. That's what he just did. Goddamn genius. So what I'm trying to say is the matchmaking system is obviously working pretty well. You deserve each other. And we all need to pay close attention to here that really describes the reason why most people are platinum. It's not about what happens on the screen. I direct your attention to the production tab.
Base is under attack.
Just watch. No, not on the screen.
Mineral field depleted.
So, I figured it out. I figured out your problem. I know this might be a misconception, but StarCraft is a real-time strategy game, not a turn-based strategy game. Just, a lot of people don't know that.
Mineral field depleted. Additional.
This is what I just saw. Alright, this is what I just saw. Why isn't he yelling? This... and so on and so forth. As soon as you saw those cannons, what was the best case scenario?
Somebody, get me out of this.
this double drop with nothing else happening on the entire map. There is nothing distracting him. He's not attacking. Best case scenario, what was gonna happen? You were gonna lose only... So here's the best case scenario. Is you only lose half your army instead of your entire army. So that way, the game goes on a few more minutes, and he might disconnect. That was what we're thinking, right? Yeah, I like that. You're multi-pronging as well as a chopstick. I'm stealing it.
Add-on. Add-on. Additional. Mineral field depleted.
Credit to King Cobb. That's mine now. Ah, yes. Well, I mean, I guess eventually a nuclear missile might be good. Okay, once again, the chopstick build. You set one liberator. One liberator. What is the best case scenario? The best case scenario is he's killing you at the same time as that liberator comes in and you kill like 20 probes. That's best case. Worst case, he just sees the liberator and kills it. That's it. End of sentence. Okay, where's his army? You may never know, because, I mean, it's really hard to be in these map positions, because moving your mouse all the way up the screen, ooh, I'm getting tired just trying to do that. Okay. I feel like this happens not just to Terrans, but especially to Terrans. Every player. A whole lot of... We're just adding. We're just gonna have this. I need, like, this needs to be on hand, Jimmy. Because it's too much. It's too much. Alright. So, it's like, oh, Archons. Ah, Archons. Wait a second. Okay, he's got Archons. Wait, he has more Archons? Oh my god, my Medivacs are gone? He's in the worst possible position ever? Wait, oh, where did all that... Oh, no! Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! Whoa, fuck! Whoa, fuck! Didn't see that one coming. Can't believe he went Colossi.
Upgrade complete.
What are you scanning? Why are you scanning now? Fucking Gateway Central over here. What are you... You just lost your whole army. Thank you, Manny. Move 5 feet tall.
Damn, that was a massacre.
Wasn't it, though?
Our SCV base is under attack. Your forces.
Is he gonna run into the only choke point again? Are you gonna try to flank him from that same terrible position? Why you giving him the reach around? Have the courtesy of showing him your face, you piece of shit. What is this? What's the play here? It's like, he'll never expect... Colossi can't shoot backwards, because they got big Colossi face, and their lasers have to... I don't know. No. So what if they did, though? What if they did? You ever think about that? Does that even have cloak? So, now you're gonna... I mean, it's already very over. It's been over for a while. But will the nuke land? Holy shit. So this way, you'll die. Yes, Protoss is strong. Oh my god, those units survived the nuke that didn't quite hit them. Enjoy next patch. Now, remember guys. They gave us these players. They gave us I took their SC2 replay stats account. They didn't choose the game, so now we're just getting a kind of a taste, salty, of the true nature of these players. Like just a random ladder game. So a few things. One, he gets a pass. That's only a yellow card because his name is appropriate. Two. Now, while the next patch to Protoss might make that defensive guard, honestly, he might have to wear less good shoes. He won't move quite as fast. You might be able to sneak around and get past it. But unfortunately, barrels don't wear shoes. You're still gonna be going right into it. So, if you think a patch is going to solve your problems, you've got bigger ones.
You are now in my service.
Oh, and no GG. All right, that's a strong yellow here. Thank you, Miller Lee, for 15 months. What is next patch? He's just assuming that Protoss will get nerfed. Because he keeps getting hurt when he runs into a wall. But when you run into a wall, you're liable to get brain damage. And that might explain a lot of this.